And welcome back to the Career Build Series 2023, Episode 9. And so we are back here, finally getting ready to do our first mission. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first mission here, slept in the bed a bunch, got a mission up here. So we have one here, a buoy requires servicing on a rocky island. So we've had a bunch of missions come up, but this is the first one I'm willing to do here. We have a lot of stuff to do, like cable servicing and stuff way to the south here. And so especially with our boat not being all that fast, I kind of want to do this. So it's right off the peninsula here. We should be able to navigate this visually. It's not a ton of money. It's only $2,000. I gave myself a little extra money editing the save file. That was just because in order to launch this first boat, I needed that. So just gave myself a little extra money here. So let's go ahead, and we're a little slow down for some reason here. I think it's because of the missions that spawned up, but ooh, we're in a little slowdown. So we'll get away from some of this land, and that should help. So let's go ahead, and we need to service this thing, and so I want to make sure I have the correct torches. And so here's a regular torch. I'm going to put a regular torch and an underwater torch in here. That way I have both. I'm just going to stick them in here on the wall. I'll pretty them up later, but just sticking these in and then seeing what our money's going to be. So we have enough money to spawn this at the moment. Like I said, I added a little bit of money because we're going to need it. Still need a bunch of things on this boat, but I want to get started. And so a little bit of physics slowdown. I do not know why, but we have it. So let's go ahead and get started. We can sleep on our boat, which is nice. We don't have an anchor or anything. That's all on the to-do list. So let's get set up. So battery port, master power, starboard. Let's turn on the fuel valves here. And we're ready to go. Hopefully when we get away from the land here, we get rid of the slowdown. Let's see, can I jump on the helm? I can. Okay, so jump on the helm, and then I'll just close this up. There we go. All right. Yep. Already caused myself a problem here. In order to get some of the money, I disconnected some of the electricity here. You know, it was running a little bit expensive, and I had a bunch of stuff that I did not need, so I got rid of that. But unfortunately, that made it so that I didn't have enough to, means I disconnected my electricity. So again, still not sure what this physics slowdown is about. I think it might be the missions that popped up, spawned some things under the ocean. So hopefully that goes away. Yeah, I'll start heading out there. I will accelerate time once we get going. Definitely one step up from Rougeau, which was our starter boat last time. In the 22 Career Build series, this one has some sleeping areas, so we can go ahead and sleep. I may want to take out the flywheels. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm already thrusting forward. It just takes a little while to catch up. Because I have to try to figure out a solution to this. Is the first 2.5 RPS, I have to get through that in order to get moving. So I'll come up with a solution to that. Like I said, hopefully when we get away from this land, we will be less... be a little bit less game laggy. So this one's nice and close. The distance storm arcs really aren't all that much. You know, so we're going, you know, this would be completely west. We're going to go a little bit, you know, west-southwest. So we're going to start turning that way here. So we'll start turning to the west. Probably just about that much. We really don't need much. So we'll kind of keep it on this point, and we should visually be able to see it. So I have no clue what my speed is currently. We'll have to add speedo. I have a setup for that. We can actually check it if we go out here And we can check it off the wind speed indicator. I'll add a linear at some point, but presently I don't have that. So just hoping I get through the physics slowdown section here. That's caused me all sorts of problems. So we check this wind sensor, see how fast we're going here. About 20 knots probably. So this distance here is not far. That's where we're headed. We'll be adding autopilot and all that. So do a little bit of a time lapse, and I will see you guys when we get there. So we got fogged in a little bit there. You know, it was bad to navigate. You know, eventually I'll put in my bearing 2 system, but you know, they use GPS, but we really didn't need it. You know, came through here and it was pretty clear all the way up until these islands. You know, this is west, this is south. Just go a little point off of you know, the south side of west, and we were able to come up. I was a little north of the island. Saw the island, went south of the island. Got a little bit lost in the fog, but very minorly, because I could see the mainland. And so one of the reasons I was able, you know, I chose this trip was because it was very easy to get to, you know, navigate here. A little bit of open ocean, but mostly I can hug the coast. So that was kind of the plan there. Looks like we're coming right up on this. I already got the mission. It told me what to do, so that means it's active. So conduct repairs on a buoy on the rocky island. Repair all weather buoy lights and sensors. So this is a new one. I haven't seen this one. There are quite a few new missions that I haven't done before. Had some other ones here. Getting a bunch of good ones here. We're just not ready for a lot of these. Like that's servicing a cable. That one is small boat needs servicing and transpo. So once we get an autopilot in here, we'll be able to, do things like long distance towing. Where's the island? No, it's right in front of me. It's behind the pillar. But we'll be able to do more of those once we get an autopilot in here. I wanted to go get a mission done before I put too many systems in. Kind of see what's up. We still need to put refueling in here. We have a considerable amount of fuel on board. So we're doing pretty well on that. So there's the buoy. We can see it. This is a viable island, which is interesting. But there's the buoy. This is the first time I've had one of these buoy missions. So as you can see, it's damaged. It's out of the water, so should be able to repair it with a regular torch. We'll have to see if, this, if there's any underwater sections that need the underwater torch. But nice little trip out here. Tugboat's working well. A little bit bland up top still. I need to kind of fill that in with some stuff that will kind of make that more interesting. But could use some stuff like a linear speed sensor in here. But still working really well. So I put in some nav lights off screen. So we have a couple of nav lights here. They're not hooked up yet. All right, so let's go ahead and start slowing down here. All right, I have third-person camera is disabled. I can still do the cinematic camera, but that's about it. All right, so I zeroed a thrust. Let's go ahead and grab the torch. Probably should have grabbed it already. Still in slowdown, so something's up. Latest patch, they end up deleting the ocean floor a bunch of places, so I'm curious if, with all these other missions up, one of them is an underwater mission, and we have no ocean floor, if that is causing problems. So I'm not sure. If it's that, we can tell when the mission goes away that it will hopefully get better. Look at that park job. That is a sweet park job there. Whoa. I didn't mean to. I'm gonna see if I can't stay completely dry here. That would be nice for a change, wouldn't it? I'll take a couple pics here. I often forget thumbnails, so I need to take some pics. Alright, so let's go ahead and start repairing this. Is it repairing is the question. I don't think I need an underwater one, but we'll check here. Game's, like I said, in slowdown mode right now, so it might be... Looks like it's repairing it, just being slow. There we go. Yep, it's just being a little slow because the game's in slowdown, so... Probably could have stopped at some of these islands and gone for loot crates, but we'll see if we can get one on this island. This is worth 2,000. Not worth a lot, but again, this is a pretty fuel-efficient vehicle. I can't imagine this thing burns much diesel. I haven't really checked, but I really cannot imagine this burning a ton of diesel. All right, where else does this... Yeah, there we go. This is definitely an interesting design, this buoy. More of these types of missions would be cool. More like cargo transport missions, that kind of stuff would be neat. I would love to see some proper tugboat missions. I would love to see like a really large, low poly ship, like not low poly, but like a ship that has no interior. That's essentially just a big, heavy Balkan ship, and it goes outside of a port, and you have to bring it in. So there's 2,000. Nice. Can I get on? Without what I can. Look at that. Nice. So we kept ourselves completely dry here so far. Let's ruin that trend by going up this. Trying to get on here. See if we can stay completely dry. That would be a little mission unto itself. I'm going to look for loot crates here. We are in slowdown again. I don't know why. So right there, let's see what our physics is running at. Again, I do warts and all gameplay. I don't, you know, if the game crashes, I show it. I do stuff like that because I think, you know, people should be getting a real view of what the game's like. And so 23 frames for logic and physics right now. That's not great. Something is causing that. Like I said, there's a bug they introduced. They accidentally deleted the seafloor. And there's a seafloor mission, so it wouldn't surprise me if that's it. So, you know, I'll sleep in the bed at some point, and we'll see if we can't get rid of that mission, if it will clear up the slowdown. But just looking for loot crates really quick. Wow, so don't fall off the edge. One thing I'd like to build, you know, I'm getting excited about Storm Arcs again, and I was kind of burned out. I've had a bunch of free time because of stuff going on, and so I kind of got burned out. You know, the career build series, I was finally starting to get to the stuff where I could do some big stuff, and you know, stuff was just getting more and more complicated, and so I was missing the sea too. I wasn't doing much ocean stuff, so it was nice to get back. It's nice to build a basic boat again, you know, and that's you know, I really kind of thinking, oh, it'd be cool if I could build like a beginner base seaplane, you know, and I'm trying to think of that. So that's kind of inspiring me to do that, you know. Could do some of these more further flung missions, and so I think that's going to be kind of what I'm trying to do with Career Build Series. I might, you know, I've talked about this before, splitting off some of the building into like live streams and building, just, you know, straight up build videos like I did with the 4-engine VTOL cargo jet. And part of the thought process with that is, you know, to keep the Career Build Series a little bit more on the pure side of doing these missions and keeping it kind of small and stuff that I can build as I go. Alright, so I'm not seeing any loot crates. So I'll keep this one kind of on the short side. I've done a lot of building here. I'm just going to go kind of park out in the ocean, and I'm going to, let's check our fuel really quick. I don't see any loot crates here, and this is kind of a precarious island. I like this craggy big rock, so we can build a POI on here. I don't know if we can launch vessels from it, though, but this would be an interesting base to have. So let's go ahead and get back on. I'm just going to go out in the water a little bit. I don't have an anchor. Instead of doing a droppable anchor, I might just do an anchor I have to toss over the side. You know, that's something I'm thinking about. So, kind of think of that, but I could even do a position hold system too. But you'd probably burn a bunch of diesel doing that. So let's actually check our fuel. And I'm going to back out and we'll see. And then I'll go ahead and we'll end the episode there, and I can sleep in the bed and get new missions and try to get rid of this mission that I think is causing the slowdown. So let's look at it and need to go in there. Look at our fluid meter. So maybe what, 200 there, I'd say, on that side. So yeah, maybe 400. So, you know, maybe we used at most $400 of diesel, but, you know, if we get it from the cheaper places, you're talking it only cost us about, you know, 35 cents per. So, yeah, that's pretty cheap. That would be a third of 200. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong keys. Pressing the wrong keys here. Let me see if I can't press the right keys. I was pressing the Windows key instead of the W. So, all right, let's go backwards. So I need to get rid of this delay that it takes to start moving us backwards. Because it won't start clutching us till we get to 2.5 RPS. I'm holding it back. Let's see why it's taking forever. There we go. Again, the game slowdown's really the culprit here. It's really not helping us. So I'm just going to back straight out. But not a ton of fuel used on that. And so that was a good first mission. Kind of simple, fixing a buoy. So one thing I need to, no, this should work. One of the reasons why I used altimeters is the altimeters should be dragging us down here. Yeah, see, they're going the correct direction. It's just not enough to drag the stern down. So I'm gonna need some more to, keep us level. Shouldn't be rising like that. That's an artifact of the propellers doing that. Yep. Yeah, stalled me out there. Thought I connected it so it wouldn't do that, but go ahead and shut the engines off, shut the gens off. So what we want to do here is, the way I have the battery set up is, one thing you'd want to do is, so we have 2 batteries. We can run on the port battery, starboard battery, and we have a backup battery. And so ideally what you want to do in this situation, if you want to keep your master power on, you'd want to shut one of your batteries off. And so that means that at most you can drain this battery down to 0. Then if, oops, we drained a battery down to 0, pop this one on, we have 50% of our normal battery, and then if it really gets bad, we can turn on our backup battery. So I'll probably make a circuit breaker panel at some point for these, on the wall or something. But, so thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.